I want it to just be as big as it can be. I want every young female athlete to know, oh, I can do acro, I can do gymnastics, I can do softball. I want it to be unique, and I want it to be something that people know about, and I want it to be at the forefront of, oh yeah, I can do that.
Acrobatics and Tumbling is actually building from the top down. So we're actually starting at the collegiate level and then trickling down into the youth. So that's pretty awesome. It's cool to be able to come to college and basically learn a brand new sport. It's just really fresh and new and exciting, and it kind of like brings a life back to athletics. I mean, we've all been doing this since we were kids. You know, if I would have just went into cheer or gymnastics, I wouldn't get to be a part of this, and I wouldn't, you know, get to influence other people to join this sport as well.
We were granted at the Division I level emerging sport status with the NCAA in 2020. From there to kind of the next steps are to reach NCAA championship status. The NCAA would essentially take over our governing body, which is the NCAA right now, and host our championships. When I first started in the sport, there were maybe like 10, 14 schools that even had it. So now that I'm, you know, 5 years into coaching and we're at 52 schools, like that's a huge jump. Cool. Okay. Game day warm up. The overall expansion has been huge, and I think it's something really cool to be a part of, right? Where it's like you forget in your daily grind at your schools that, oh, we're actually making history and we're paving the way for young women to have these opportunities at the collegiate level that they otherwise wouldn't have.
I think it's still an extremely surreal experience to be a part of this history because it doesn't feel like history right now. We're just in it, we're just competing, we're just training, trying to be the best at our sport. And then when you take a step back and it's like, wow, this is like a new sport. I didn't know about it when I was growing up, and now I can talk to 10-year-old kids about it and be like, this is where you can be in like 10 years. It's been like a totally fun experience more than anything, and it's exciting, and it kind of pushes you in your training because it's like not only are you doing it for your team and to compete, but you're doing it for the better of the sport and to like make the sport strong as well. One thing I wish people knew about acrobatics and tumbling is just in general the very competitive nature of it all. I think when you think of acro, you don't really know if it's cheer or gymnastics or something in between, and I think in that something in between, it's extremely competitive. It's fun because you're getting to not only compete for your school, but you're also competing in different areas, such as trying to be the best in a single event, right? We want to have the best tumblers, the best acros, the best tosses, and I think in that there's so much like drive in every part of the sport because you're never perfect at one thing. There's no such thing as getting a 10 on every single heat, right? So I think like with that and with the growing of the sport, you're creating a different type of an athlete that's different than any cheerleader or any gymnast or any other college athlete in general, because you're doing the best for the sport, you're doing the best for your team, and you're also trying to be like the best one in the nation.
We have our milestones that we've continued to hit throughout the years. You know, before it was, okay, let's make the first team. Okay, now we're actually competing in arenas and schools are recognizing us as a varsity sponsored sport. And okay, now we're offering scholarships, and now we're an emerging sport with the NCAA. And so we have hit so many, and we have a few more to go. We're so close, and so I'm really hopeful that in, I don't know, 3, 5, 10 years at the long end that we'll get that status. It's just kind of embracing those milestones, and I think once we hit the championship status, that will kind of open up a whole new realm for institutions to want to add and to say, okay, this is the real deal. It's, it's recognized, they're competing, they're athletes, and look what they can bring to our campus.